Hi everyone, my name's Andrew and today I want to take you through the steps that you might follow to build a scrap metal peacock sculpture. We start by cutting rings off two different sized pipes. We weld the rings together and then we add a horseshoe. The coloured discs are made by melting glass in a kiln. Here I've welded the rings together prior to adding the horseshoes. Now we want to define the shape of the fan. We start with the rim off a wooden wagon wheel and an old wheel from a plough. We now trim and weld the plough wheel. This gives the structure strength and enables it to be mounted from this point. This will be the back of the fan, so we position the eyes we've made upside down. Now we fix the eyes in position using U-shaped 1/4 inch steel rod. Now when viewed from the front, the eyes will appear to float. I now do a temporary test and adjust with the glass discs. We've now got to start work on the head and body. Here we've got some car valves, some bearings, also some nuts and bolts, and a knife guard. The feet are made from knife guards and concrete reinforcing bar. The legs are now joined at the top. This structure must be very strong as it will take the entire weight of the bird. All the other components of the bird will connect to this primary structure. The fan is now attached at the point of balance. This is done by welding a post on the bottom of the fan and lowering it into a vertical housing. Next we attach the lower chest, head and neck. This is done by sliding them over or inside housings in the same way we attached the fan. We're now going to make the fan look more attractive using telephone insulators, drill bits, mower T-blades, railway split pins and the rotary wire brushes of a road broom. The first thing I do is weld on the telephone insulator galvanised mounts. Now I can experiment with different coloured insulators by screwing them off and on. I want some eyelashes for my eyes I've made. So I cut pieces off the road broom and attach them, as well as short sections of the drill bits. Next I fix the glass discs in position using window sealant and a caulking gun. Now we're working at the rear of the bird. The two wings are made from crop lifters off a harvester, and the lower abdomen, the tail area, is made from a cast iron water meter cover. The rear of the bird is completed by the addition of some tail feathers. They are welded together and attached via a post and housing. Agricultural tillage tips are used to complete the undercarriage. We're now going to start work on the front of the bird. This is a view from the top with the fan removed. Notice that a post on each wing slips into a housing on the left and right hand side of the bird. Here is a side view of the completed wing. Note again the post and housing that secures the wing. What I want to do now is to add some colour to the top of the head, the chest and back area. To do this, we must first make the rings. The easy way to do this is to cut many rings off a pipe with a drop saw. Next, lay a strap across the back and spot weld it in position. Next, we separate the rings and grind off the excess. The back strap is how we will attach the glass discs we're going to build next. Now we start welding on the steel rings. Be careful that you don't overlap too much so that you can't insert the glass disc. Now my wife Daphne makes the glass discs that will go inside the rings. To make each disc we have a layer of clear glass and coloured. Using a ring as a template, we mark the glass, then score it using a glass cutter and then break off any excess with the pliers. Next we grind off any excess on a diamond grinding wheel. Try to maintain about 1/16 of an inch clearance and test it in the ring. Now we place a clear disc on top of each coloured disc and cook it in a kiln. This causes a lovely rolled edge and sticks the two layers together. Timings and temperature must be controlled, so seek the advice of someone who knows what they're doing with kilns, or you may end up with an explosion in your kiln. The glass discs are now glued into the rings using window sealant. Here I have glued the glass discs in place. We have two shades of blue, green and red-brown. I tried yellow, but it was too bright. Daphne also made beautiful dichroic glass discs for on top of the bird's comb and in the eye sockets. A view from the rear through the fan shows the beautiful luminosity that the dichroic glass provides. I decided to build an attractive rotating base for my Peacock to stand on. I had a trailer with a busted axle and one wheel, so I removed the wheel with the hub and axle attached. I then cut out and discarded half the wheel and the tyre. The remaining portion I welded onto a heavy-duty truck wheel. Onto the short trailer axle I then welded two pieces of box steel that would accommodate two more housings. To cover this structure I used an old copper wash tub. I placed the copper wash tub over the top of the rotating structure and made two holes that align with the housings below. I weld two square posts to the bottom of each of the Peacock's feet. These posts will align with the holes and the housings below. Here we see the Peacock mainframe securely attached to the rotating base. The posts and housings visible on the mainframe are how the rest of the sculpture is attached. Well, here is the finished sculpture. What I've got to do now is mechanise the rotation using a barbecue spit battery powered motor and provide lighting behind each fan eye using an LED. Well, that's it from Daphne and Andrew. I hope you enjoyed the show. Good luck with your project.